worth much to the people, considering the devastation that they've all gone through. Many have lost literally everything. And he joins us now from Swannanoa, I should say, excuse me, North Carolina. Jordan, I saw you the other night on with Jesse. I know you've been through a lot, and I'm grateful to you for giving us some time today. As you take a look around today, what do you see, and what goes through your mind as you hear other people from North Carolina talking about what the response looks like?
I mean, I agree with other people around North Carolina. The response time right now is extremely slow, if at all, in some areas. I know haven't really been touched except by the locals. It's just very disappointing in our government for taking their sweet time getting over here. It's an outrage.
There are reports, I know we have a reporter on the ground there, and she has heard from some people that they have seen a few FEMA trucks around, and some local officials say that they are getting help. We just heard President Biden saying that people are getting what they need. What would you say to the president in response to that comment?
We aren't getting what we need right now. I mean, there's plenty of people that are still homeless, that lost everything. I mean, we are starting to get food and water, which we're very thankful for it. Mm-hmm. But there's many people that are not going to get what they need for many, many months. Like I was saying last night, the government is telling us what we need. We know what we need, and we are asking for it, and it's either been denied or it's taking too long to get here. They're telling us what we need at this point.
So, you know what, can you tell us what you need? And you know, what would make you feel better? And where's the food and water that you do see coming in? Who's bringing that in? Where's it coming from?
We're seeing places, we're seeing like the Salvation Army. I know my old previous job, Walmart, they just came in with trucks upon trucks upon trucks trying to help out where they can. I haven't seen any federal, but I've just seen the local organizations coming together, helping each other. We need our water back desperately in the city. Our water plant was severely damaged. We aren't going to have running water for, they said, anywhere from 6 weeks to 2 months. And that's the biggest issue right now. We need that fixed as soon as possible. And there's many people that can't just rely on bottles of water for everything.
Yeah, of course, that makes sense. Let me put up this map, which shows the area that where you are and what you have been describing, because I know that you spoke earlier and you said that they're still finding bodies along the French Broad River and the Swannanoa River, and we're showing a map of where that area is. What do you know about that, Jordan?
I live less than 20 minutes away from Swannanoa River, and as far as the French Broad River, I could probably walk to it from my apartment. They were finding, there was a news report that was released. There were anonymous police sources that were saying that there were bodies that were finding in trees, and that the morgue was full, and they were placing it in, I think it was trailers, they said. And they're still finding bodies right now.
It's unreal what's going on. And, you know, I did, obviously, do you feel, I trying to put myself in your position, and, you know, we had Hurricane Sandy, which was rough, and we lost power, but it's nothing like this. What do you feel like when you wake up in the morning and you know you live in the United States of America, but you're in this position, and as you say, you haven't seen anybody from the government coming to help?
Well, I mean, Friday morning I woke up and that wind was howling through the chimney, and then I go outside. There's a tree on my car, and my girlfriend's car, and a neighbor's car, and then after a storm, we start walking around. There's over 20 trees down alone just at our complex, and we're thinking, okay, we're going to be getting help soon. Everyone should be okay. Power should be up and running hopefully in the next day or two. And fun fact, we didn't get power till yesterday. But I start uploading to TikTok, and people in the comments are blowing up my phone saying, we don't know this. None of the news knows what's going on. And that was heartbreaking because we thought everyone knew people were coming to help, and no one was coming. And then so I start uploading more and more, getting more and more expansion, trying to reach as much people as we can. And now we're starting to get help. And a lot of other people started to do the same thing, getting the word out. And as of right now, it just seems like mainly the locals helping right now. I mean, I personally haven't seen any federal response, but I know that I've heard other people say they have. So I'm not going to say that I haven't that there's none here right now, but they're definitely not big here yet.
What about the coverage? You know, this morning I was just scrolling through a lot of different major news networks, looking at news, and kept going down the page, and I'm still not seeing anything on the hurricane because I want to get caught up on what happened overnight. And I just watched a news conference at the White House, and not one reporter asked a question about this situation. How does that make you feel?
Outrage. It was like I was saying last night. I mean, it's supposed to be about we the people, but right now it just seems all our government really cares about right now is the upcoming election. And all they're caring about is votes. And I know Donald Trump, he's actually coming. He's supposed to be here soon. I think I heard somebody say he's supposed to be here today in North Carolina. I know that's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true, but I do know that we are not pleased with President Biden and Vice President Harris at all. And I know a lot of my old coworkers who were extremely pleased with Kamala Harris are now outraged with her. And it's devastating because, like I said, it's not we the people, it's we the people and the government.
Well, I can only imagine how frustrating that is, and you probably feel like you're living in a different country. I can assure you that we are committed to covering this story and showing as much as we can this video and showing what the real situation is on the ground to the greatest extent that we can. So, Jordan, I thank you very much for being with us, and we send our prayers to